స్టార్ట్ చేస్తారా? Okay, hi guys. This is the biostatistics class. I'm the biostatistician. This is Kavita from the community medicine department. Today's our topic is types of data in statistics. How many types of data is there? How to collect these types of data? We'll see. Class. Already we discussed in the previous topics. How many types of data is there? How can we collect the data? What are those types? Already we discussed in the previous classes. So this is a revision class of the biostatistics. Every topic I explained one by one, but the very basic topic is types of data in statistics. Already we know the definition and how many types of data, how we interpret the data, everything we know. But I think you forget. Class is over very long ago. So I will start the revision class with the types of data. How many types of data is there? Quantitative and qualitative data. See here, data divided into two types, quantitative and qualitative. Listen carefully, quantity and quality. These are two types. What is the quantitative data and what is the qualitative data? We'll see in the next slide. Again, quantitative data divided into two types, continuous and discrete. And qualitative data divided into two types, ordinal and nominal attribute. So let's see what is the quantitative data. I think everyone knows the definition of the statistics. If you want to analyze the data or interpret the data or arrange whatever it may be, first we need data. In these data, first one is quantitative data. Most of data fall in one of two groups, numerical and categorical. So first we'll see the quantitative data. Quantitative data also called as numerical data. What is numerical? Numerical means we can count and measure the data. See the definition of numerical data. These data have meaning as measurement such as person's height, weight, IQ or blood pressure. These type of data has some meaning. Some person's height or weight. These all are in numerical way. So we can count and measure the numeric data only. We can analyze only the numerical data. Then next, see the examples such as the number of stocks shares a person owns, how many teeth a dog has. We count how many pages you can read of your favorite book before you fall asleep. These type of countable and measurable numerical data is called as quantitative data. So quantity, some quantity in the in the heading we have, in the title, quantity, some quantity. In these only we have meaning. Quantity means some amount of data, some amount of sugar, or some amount, whatever it may be, we can count, we can estimate, or we can measure. These type of data we can analyze. Okay. Statisticians also call numerical data as quantitative data. So again, next slide is, again, quantitative data is divided into two types. What are those two types? Discrete and continuous. See first discrete data. What is the discrete data? Discrete data represent items that can be counted. They take on possible values that can be listed out. The list of possible values may be fixed, some 0 to 100 coins, or some 0 to 100 flips. This is a finite case. We can count some 0 to finite number. This is the discrete data. But the number of flips needed to get 100 heads takes on values from 100 to the on up to infinity, 100 to infinity. If you never get to that 100 head, its possible values are listed as 100, 101, so on, representing countably infinite data. Finally, discrete data means represent the counted. We can count the items, possible values that can be listed out. So we can count 0 to some infinite case and some finite case. So this is the discrete data, one type of quantitative data. Okay. The second one is continuous data. What is continuous data? Represent measurement. Their possible values cannot be counted and can only be described using intervals on the real number line. How can we write the interval? See in the example. For example, the exact amount of gas purchased at the pump for cars with 20-gallon tanks would be continuous data from 0 to 20 gallons, represented by the interval 0 to 20, represented with the square brackets. We can represent interval like these square brackets, 0 to 20. Okay. This type of data we call as continuous data. The second one is, you might pump 8.40 gallons or 8.4, some decimal numbers, after some point decimal numbers is there, or any possible numbers from 0 to 20. In this way, continuous data can be thought of as being uncountably infinite. Okay. Some digits is there, some 8.4 or 8.41 or some round-up value also there. Any value from 0 to 20. We can represent these type of data in the form of intervals 0 to 20. This is the continuous data. Suppose age. For example, suppose age is 21 to 40, 41 to 60, 61 to some 80. So these type of data is we represent in class intervals. We call it as class intervals. 10 to 20, some age. In between 20 to 40, some coding we give 1, some 41 to 60, some like these type of intervals. This type of data we call as continuous data. First one is discrete, second one is continuous in the quantitative data. Okay. The next one is qualitative data. In the previous slides, what we observed, quantitative data means it can be counted and measurable. We can count and we can measure the data. Quality means we can't measure the data, but we can describe in the natural language description. We can describe and we can give in ranks and we can count, but we cannot measure the qualitative data. Okay. Qualitative data is a categorical measurement expressed not in terms of number but rather by means of natural language description. Okay. In statistics, it is often used interchangeably with categorical data. Categorical data represent characteristics such as person's gender. Gender means male or female. Marital status means married, unmarried. Hometown are the types of movies they like. So these types of data we can describe in a meaningful description, described in a natural language description. These type of data we call as categorical data. See, what is the category? Some gender is there, some gender heading is there. In these two categories, either male or female, marital status, either married or unmarried or widow, hometown. So some options, some natural language description is there, some options is there, some category is there. So these type of data is called qualitative data. Okay. Categorical data can take on numerical values such as 1 indicating male, 2 indicating female, but those numbers don't have mathematical meaning. We cannot add them together, 1 plus 2 or 2 plus 1, we cannot add them together, but we can describe, we can given labeling indicating male as 1, we given coding male as 1, M as 1, 2 as F, or male as 1, female as 2. But those numbers don't have mathematical meaning. You could not add them together. For example, see the numerical data, some numerical examples and some categorical examples is here. What are the numerical examples means? Numeric means we can count it and measure. Amount of money earned last week, we can count. Height we can count. Hours slept for per night we can count. Foot length count. Travel time to school, some 1 hour, some half an hour, some 30 minutes, some 40 minutes. We can count these type numerical data. These numerical data also called as quantitative data. See, we are in the categorical data. See, birth date. We can describe with the numbers, but those numbers have no mathematical meaning. Birth date, we can add birth date? No, just we can describe the birth date. Can we add or measure the postcode? No, but just we can describe with mathematical numbers with a natural language description. Traveling method to school, year level, postcode, opinions on environmental conversation. These are only description, natural language description only with some mathematical numbers, but we cannot add them together. These type of data is categorical data. These are the simple and real examples of numerical and categorical data. Means numerical means quantitative and categorical means qualitative. Next, there is a simple query. Why is data that contains numbers such as postcodes and birth dates considered categorical? See carefully. Why is data that contains numbers such as postcodes and birth dates considered categorical? Simply, a quick and easy way to decide whether the data is numerical or categorical is to ask yourself, can I calculate an average of these numbers? If you can calculate an average, the data is numerical. If you cannot calculate, the data is categorical. Can we calculate the birth dates? No, we can just describe. We cannot calculate. That type of data is categorical. If you can calculate an average, that data is numerical. Monthly salary, how many pages you read of your favorite book, person's height, weight. So these type of data we can calculate, count and measure. This type of data is numerical. If you cannot calculate, the data is called categorical. Okay. The next one is, since an average postcode or average year level has no meaning, this data is categorical. Even though the data is represented as numerals, we can represent it in numerals, but we cannot count or add. That type of data is called categorical data. Listen carefully. After 10 minutes, I will ask some questions on these data. Everyone put your roll numbers, or I will ask based on that roll numbers. So the second one is ordinal data. Qualitative data. What is qualitative data? We saw in the previous slide. This is the types in the qualitative data: ordinal and nominal. What is the ordinal data? A set of data is said to be ordinal if the values or observations belonging to it can be ranked. That means we can put in order or have a rating scale attached. You can count an order but not measure the ordinal data. Sometimes we attach the rank scale: 5-star rating, 3-star rating, 4-star rating, but not measurable. Just we can arrange in the order. Some ranks, the ranks can be given. Some the first, suppose based on the marks we are giving some ranks: first rank, second rank. The categories for an ordinal set of data have natural order. For example, a group of people were asked to taste varieties of biscuit and classify each biscuit on a rating scale. Already I told you already you know there is some rating scales: 5-star rating, 4-star rating. We are giving for some apps also 5-star rating, 4-star rating. Already you know that. So some persons' opinions on the biscuits. There is 1 to 5-star rating. First one is strongly dislike, then next dislike, neutral, like, and strongly like. These are some 5 types of ratings they given. The rate of 5 indicates more enjoyment than the rating of 4. Such data is ordinal. See some example. Ordinal scales are typically measures of non-numeric concepts like satisfaction, happiness, discomforts. So the data is contain these type of satisfaction, happiness, these type of data is there, then simply we call it as ordinal data. Okay. How do you feel today? There is some options is there: very happy, unhappy, okay. Some options is there: how satisfied are you with our service? So there is some 5 options. సో ఒక్కొక్కళ్ళ ఒపీనియన్ ఒక్కొక్కలా ఉంటుంది. సమ్ పర్సన్స్ గివెన్ ద 5-star రేటింగ్, సమ్ పర్సన్స్ గివింగ్ వెరీ సాటిస్ఫైడ్, కొంతమంది అన్సాటిస్ఫైడ్ అని ఇవ్వచ్చు, కొంతమంది న్యూట్రల్ ఇవ్వచ్చు. ఒక్కొక్కళ్ళ ఒపీనియన్ ఒక్కోలా ఉంటుంది. సో these type of data we called as ordinal data. These data represented in a numbers, but we cannot add them together, but we can be put in order. We can put in order the ranks: 5-star rating at the top, 4-star rating at the below the 5-star rating. Then next, some order based on the ranks. 5-star one is first, then next one is second, then third is some third, or some ABC also we can given. So these type of data is called as ordinal data. Happy, satisfaction, these type of data measured by ordinal scale. Okay. The next one is nominal. What is the nominal? Nominal scales are used for labeling variables without any quantitative value. Already you know what is the quantitative. Okay. Nominal scales could be simply called labels. Here are some examples below. A good way to remember all of these is that nominal sounds a lot like name, and nominal scales are kind of like names are labels. Already I explained in the previous slide. we coded M for male or 1 for male, 2 for female. These are labels. ఇప్పుడు ఒక పర్సన్ ని అలా ఐడెంటిఫై చేస్తాం బేస్డ్ ఆన్ హిస్ ఆర్ హర్ నేమ్. Here the example in some roll number 21. So we recognize some here some Anusha. Okay. So we recognize these are labels. ఇప్పుడు ఒక పర్సన్ ని మనం ఐడెంటిఫై చేయాలంటే సమ్ నేమ్ ఉంటుంది. ఇప్పుడు అందరూ క్లాస్లో అందరూ గర్ల్స్ బాయ్స్ ఉంటారు. సో వాళ్ళని ఐడెంటిఫై చేయాలంటే అందరికీ నేమ్స్ తెలియకపోవచ్చు. సో సమ్ టైమ్స్ రోల్ నెంబర్స్ యూజ్ అవుతాయి. సో దాన్ని లేబులింగ్ అంటారు ఒక పర్సన్ ఐడెంటిఫై చేయడానికి. ఓకే. సో మనం కోడింగ్ ఎట్లా ఇస్తున్నాం, ఎం ఫర్ మేల్ ఆర్ ఎఫ్ ఫర్ ఫిమేల్. దెన్ వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ హెయిర్ కలర్, వి గివెన్ 1 as brown, 2 as black, 3 as 4, some 5 other 4 gray, some different options is there. We are giving labels differently based on the question or based on the data. Okay, we are given coding. So this type of data is called as nominal data. Simply nominal data is called as labels. ఒక పర్సన్ ఐడెంటిఫై చేయాలి అంటే ఆ పర్సన్ నేమ్ని ఎగ్జాంపుల్ లేబుల్గా తీసుకోవచ్చు, లేదా ఒక పర్సన్ని ఆ రోల్ నెంబర్ బేస్ చేసుకొని ఐడెంటిఫై చేస్తాం కాబట్టి దాన్ని లేబుల్గా చెప్పవచ్చు. సో అది ఎగ్జాంపుల్ కింద నేను చెప్తున్నా. ఓకే. సో అలా యూజ్ చేసేదాన్ని నామినల్ డేటా అంటారు. ఇప్పుడు సమ్ మేల్ ఉంది, మేల్ ఫిమేల్ అని మనకి కోడింగ్లో ఇచ్చి ఉండొచ్చు డేటా. మనం డేటా కలెక్షన్లో ఇఫ్ యూ కలెక్ట్ ద డేటా దే గివెన్ ద డేటా డైరెక్ట్లీ మేల్ ఫిమేల్. సో we want to identify male as M, we coded it as male as M, female as F. So we are giving labels to these data. So this is called the nominal data. Okay. So for identification purpose or for we are giving labels. This is the overall slide about the data and data types and subtypes. Okay. Overall presentation is this slide only. Okay. So data classified into 2 types. Listen carefully. I've asked some questions. ఎవరైతే ఆన్సర్ చేస్తారో వాళ్ళకే అటెండెన్స్ ఇస్తాం. మీరే కామెంట్స్ పెట్టినా కూడా నేను ఇవ్వను. ఓకే. Already first years given many answers to these questions I asked. Okay. In the previous class first year వాళ్ళు చాలా మంది ఆన్సర్ చేశారు questions కి. సో I hope మీరు ఇది రివిజన్ క్లాస్ కాబట్టి మోస్ట్లీ ఆన్సర్ చేస్తారు అనుకుంటున్నాను. What is the data types in numerical and categorical? What is the numerical data? Numerical data also has some other name. Numerical data ki inko name enti? Roll number 8. What is the other name for numerical data? And roll number 9, roll number 83. What is the other name for numerical data? I explained in the previous slides many times, number of times I explained. Numerical data also called as some name. What is that name? What is that name? And categorical data also called with some other name. Very earlier I explained. Roll number 8, Lakshmi Sri. What is the other name of numerical data? I explained numerical data also called with some name. Categorical data also called with some name. Numerical data divided into 2 types, discrete and continuous. Categorical data divided into 2 types, nominal and ordinal. So first మీరు నాకు ఆన్సర్ చేయండి. What is the name of the other name of numerical data? Lakshmi Sri, Neha, Pradeep, Ajay Kumar. 3 members లో ఎవరైనా ఆన్సర్ చేయండి అది. What is the other name for numerical data? then only I will explain, otherwise I quit the class. ఎవరు ఒకరు ఆన్సర్ చేసినా నేను క్లాస్ కంటిన్యూ చేస్తా, లేదంటే నేను చెప్పను. అసలు మీరు వింటున్నారా లేదా క్లాస్? హౌ కుడ్ ఐ నో? యా, క్వాంటిటేటివ్ డేటా. ఓకే, then what is the other name for categorical data? Very good, quantitative data. Anyone, what is the other name for categorical data? In the first slide only I will explain. What is the other name for categorical data? Anyone? Qualitative. Okay. So see the numerical data. What is the numerical data? Which data can be countable and measurable? The data is called as numerical data. Numerical data also called as quantitative data. Values are observations. See the right side one, numerical data. Values are observations that can be measured, and these numbers can be placed in ascending or descending order. This type of data is called as numerical data. These data we can represent it with scatter plots and line graphs. Use it to graph the numerical data. Okay. Then the qualitative data means categorical data. Values are observations that can be sorted into groups or categories. Categories ante already నేను చెప్పా. Some జెండర్ ఇచ్చారనుకోండి, జెండర్లో మళ్ళీ కేటగిరీస్ ఉంటాయి. మేల్ ఆర్ ఫీమేల్. మ్యారిటల్ స్టేటస్లో కూడా కేటగిరీ ఉంటుంది. మ్యారీడ్, అన్మ్యారీడ్ ఆర్ విడో ఆర్ అదర్ సంథింగ్. Okay, these type of data is called as categorical data. We can represent these data with bar charts and pie graphs. Okay, see, numerical data is divided into two categories. See the right side one, discrete and continuous. What is the discrete data? Values are observations that is counted and separate and can only take particular values. See the example, the number of kittens in a liter, number of threads in a sheet, number of stars given for energy rating, that means rating scale. Okay, so this type of data is called discrete data. Continuous data, already explained in the previous slide. We can describe in the new interval. We can describe with intervals, class intervals. You can measure the continuous data. Values or observations may take on any value within the finite or infinite interval. Already explained. Some 20 gallons tank we fill up to 0 to some 20 or 8.4 gallons, 8.412 something. That decimal values also there. So you can take any value within the range. 0 to 20 is our range. We can pick 0 to 10 or 8.4 or 8 or 8.41 something. Whatever it may be, we can take particular value within a finite or infinite interval. Okay, that is height, time and temperature. That is about numerical data, or numerical or quantitative data. Quantity, there is some amount, some count is there. Okay, quality means categorical. Categorical data is divided into two types, nominal and ordinal. Here nominal, see, values or observations can be assigned a code in the form of a number, where the numbers are simply labels. Already I showed example, 1 as male or M as male, F as female. Okay, that type of data, that type of description. You can count but not order or measure nominal data. Example, sex and eye color. Sex means male or female. We can count how many male persons is there, how many female persons is there. How can we assign labels, M as male or male, M for male, F for female. We can assign the labels and we can count how many male persons is there, how many female persons is there, or total males and females we can count, but we cannot arrange in order. మనం డేటా ఎట్లా కలెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నామో అట్లా మేల్ ఫిమేల్ కోడింగ్ ఇచ్చుకుంటూ వస్తాం. అట్లా కాకుండా ఎమ్స్ అన్ని ఫస్ట్లో పెట్టి ఎఫ్స్ అన్ని కింద పెట్టామనుకోండి, మొత్తం సార్టింగ్ చేసి అరేంజ్ చేసామనుకోండి అసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్లో, డేటా మొత్తం రాంగ్ అయిపోద్ది, రిజల్ట్ అంతా రాంగ్ వస్తుంది మనకి. ఓకే, అట్లా ఎప్పుడు చేయవద్దు థీసిస్లో. ద సెకండ్ వన్ ఈజ్ ఆర్డినల్ డేటా. వాల్యూస్ ఆర్ అబ్జర్వేషన్స్ కెన్ బి ర్యాంక్డ్, put in order, or have a rating scale attached. Already I explained. Rating scale means 5 star, 4 star. Already you know that. You can count and order. We can order the ratings or ranks. ఇప్పుడు ర్యాంక్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ఫస్ట్ ర్యాంక్, సెకండ్ ర్యాంక్, థర్డ్ ర్యాంక్, ఇట్లా మనం ఆర్డర్ చేస్తాం, అంటే ఆర్డర్లో అరేంజ్ చేస్తాం. దెన్ నెక్స్ట్ దానికి రేటింగ్ స్కేల్ అటాచ్ చేస్తాం. ఫస్ట్ వచ్చిన వాళ్ళకి 5 స్టార్ రేటింగ్ వచ్చిన వాళ్ళకి ఫస్ట్, 4 స్టార్ రేటింగ్ వస్తే సెకండ్, 3 స్టార్ రేటింగ్ థర్డ్, ఇట్లా రేటింగ్ స్కేల్లో కూడా అరేంజ్ చేస్తాం. అంటే ఆర్డర్లో పెడతాము, ఎంత రేటింగ్ ఇచ్చామనేది కౌంట్ చేస్తాం. హౌ మచ్ రేటింగ్ దే గివెన్ వీ కెన్ కౌంట్ అండ్ వీ కెన్ పుట్ ఇన్ ద ఆర్డర్. That first rank, second rank, third rank we can arrange in order and we can count the rating also. So this type of data is called ordinal data. But in nominal data we can only count, but we cannot arrange in order. Listen carefully. Okay, what are the examples of ordinal data? House numbers and swimming level. Swimming level also some rating scale is there. Some rating also we given for swimming. So we can count how much rating they given and we can put in order. Who wins or first and second we can order, and rating we can count, but we cannot measure the data. Anyone can give me examples, other examples for nominal and ordinal data? Discrete and continuous. Anyone given? Is there anyone? Give me some examples, at least 1 or 2 examples for nominal data and ordinal data, and also discrete and continuous. Anyone? At least 1 or 2 examples. I realize then only you can understood. Pratika already given some answer, then other persons try to give the examples for these scales, nominal and ordinal scales. Anyone is there? Give me the examples, any 1 or 2 examples. Is anyone there? Or else I put option all for this class. దేనికి ప్రతిక మీరు ఇచ్చిన రిప్లై? క్వాంటిటేటివ్ డేటాకా క్వాలిటేటివ్ డేటాకా? ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నేమ్స్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్, జెండర్, నేషనాలిటీ. For nominal data. What about ordinal, discrete and continuous? Only Pratika is listening class. No one is there. Only Pratika is there, I think. I will give attendance only for Pratika Shetty. Janusri is absent. Roshni. I think everyone is absent. Pratika is there. Only she is listening and understood the class today, I think so. Is there anyone for quantitative data? Is there anyone ready to give examples for quantitative data? Quantitative, very easy. Quantitative data we can count and measurable. There is plenty of examples for the numerical data. Should I put absent for all you guys except Pratika? Seriously, I'm telling. Is there anyone? I need two more examples for numerical data, that means quantitative data. Except Pratika Shetty, remaining people should give examples for the numerical data. Then only I will give attendance. Pratika Shetty, except you. I am asking the remaining people except you. Except Pratika. I am asking the remaining people should give examples for the numerical data. Pratika Shetty given an example already. Anyone is there? I need two examples. I asked two examples. Is anyone there? Height. Good. ఆల్రెడీ నేను చెప్పిన స్లైడ్లో హైట్ ఉంది. వన్ మోర్. నేను చెప్పింది కాకుండా మీరు చెప్పండి ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్. నేను స్లైడ్ అట్లనే పెట్టా, మీకు డెఫినేషన్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ అన్నీ ఉంది. బేస్డ్ ఆన్ దోస్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఎనీవన్ గివ్ మీ ద వన్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఆన్ న్యూమరికల్ డేటా, quantitative data. Anyone? One more example. Fast. One more example. Only one example. One example for discrete data. Give me any one example. Discrete or continuous data. Then I will quit. Class is over. I asked only one example for the numerical data. ఎవరు ఒకళ్ళు రిప్లై ఇవ్వండి, దెన్ నెక్స్ట్ ఐ విల్ క్విట్ ద క్లాస్. Fast. Is anyone there? Roll number 83, 98, Pratika, Anusha, Vanilla. Is anyone there? ఎంత టైం తీసుకుంటారు ఒక్క ఎగ్జాంపుల్కి? Except Pratika, anyone is there to give me reply? Or else I put absent for all. అందరికి నేను ఆబ్సెంట్ పెట్టేస్తా, ఒక్క ప్రతికకు తప్ప. ఎక్సెప్ట్ ప్రతిక, ఎవరైనా ఒక దానికి ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్పండి నాకు. ఎనీ వన్, categorical or numerical data? Is there anyone? Or else I put absent to all you guys. I will give only 3 minutes. The time is 2:47. 2:50 కల్లా నాకు ఎవరో ఒకళ్ళు ఆన్సర్ చెప్పాలి. అట్లీస్ట్ 2 ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్, లేదంటే అందరికి ఆబ్సెంట్ పెట్టేస్తా. రిప్లై అవ్వకపోతే ఏమనుకుంటారు అసలు? క్లాస్ అర్థమైందా లేదా? హౌ షుడ్ వీ నో? I am asking example for nominal and categorical data. One examples. Two minutes more. చెప్తున్నా కదా, చెక్ చేసుకోండి. కావాలంటే అందరికి ఆప్షన్ పెట్టేస్తా. ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ వాళ్ళకి లాస్ట్ బ్యాచ్ అట్లానే పెట్టేస్తా, 1 క్లాస్ మొత్తం ఆబ్సెంట్. If you want absent, don't give any reply. If you want attendance, give me reply. ఓకే, 2 మెంబర్సే ఉన్నారు టుడే క్లాస్లో, వనిత అండ్ ప్రతిక. ఓకే, Vanita and Pratika is attended for the class today. Remaining all are absent. Okay guys, chalo. I am quitting the class. I am giving attendance to only those 2 people who gave the reply. Pratika and Vanita. Okay. Anyone? 1 minute more. Exactly, I will quit at 3 o'clock. Whatever it may be, right or wrong, just give the reply. Okay, the time is up. I will quit the class. I am quitting.